Hey guys, I'm Nick, and on this episode of the Scran Line, I'm going to show you guys how to make these peach macarons. Now, I'm super excited to show you these because I posted them on Instagram and Facebook. If you're not following me there already, make sure you're following me. Links in the box below. But I posted this on Instagram. It is the most liked photo I've ever posted, so I'm excited to show it to you guys. This is how you make my peach macarons. Okay guys, so we're going to start off by popping the almond flour and powdered sugar into a large food processor. Now if you don't have one of these, you can combine those two ingredients using a sift. You want to pop those into a large mixing bowl and add your first batch of egg whites in there. Now continue mixing that with a spatula until it comes to a paste, and once it has, cover it with some plastic wrap and set it aside. We're going to move on to making our syrup. Add your water and sugar into a small saucepan. You're going to give it a gentle stir. Now let that come to a boil. Now I'm using a candy thermometer to get this to 115 degrees Celsius. Once we reach that temperature, you want to pop your second batch of egg whites into the bowl of a stand mixer. You're going to use the whisk attachment to get these nice and frothy. Now when you reach 118 degrees Celsius, you're going to very slowly, in a thin and steady stream, pour your very hot syrup into your egg whites while the mixer is on high speed. Once it's all in there, you want to add some vanilla extract, some pink and orange food gel to get that nice pink-orange color, and you want to continue mixing for another 6 minutes. We're going to pop about a spatula full of that into our almond mixture from earlier on, and we're going to mix that until it's really well combined. So no big lumps of almond. Now this is actually going to help thin out that almond mixture, so when you add the rest of your meringue, it's nice and easy to work with. Now guys, I got asked about this on the weekend. This is the stage that most people make a mistake on, and the stage that can cause a lot of problems. Things like cracking, things like shells not rising. Now, some people actually like to count the amount of times they mix. I don't think you need to do that. I think you need to know what to look for, what texture to look for. So I like to call that texture the ribbon stage. So I use a spatula to go around the bowl and then through the middle and continue doing that, and that thins out your mixture. Now, when you can get it thin enough that it falls off the spatula in a ribbon and back into the rest of the mixture after about 10 seconds, that is the perfect time to stop. Anything beyond that, and you can't go back, unfortunately. And I got a lot of questions. Nick, can you show us what it looks like when you go beyond that? No, these ingredients are too expensive to show you guys how to ruin a macaron recipe. It just gets a lot thinner. You're going to add some dabs of your meringue mixture onto each corner of your baking tray, line that with baking paper, and you're going to pipe the macarons about 3 centimeters in width. Give each side of the tray a gentle tap on your workbench, and that's going to allow any air bubbles to come to the top. Then you're going to let these dry for about 30 minutes, depending on the humidity. It can depend on a lot of things. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer than 30 minutes. If you can touch them and they're not sticky to the touch, then you want to pop them into the oven on 180 degrees Celsius for about 10 minutes. Once they're finished baking, let them cool down completely. We're going to move on to making our peach jelly. So I've got some canned diced peaches that I've just drained. I'm going to pop these into a food processor, get them nice and smooth. We're going to add some gelatin into a mixing bowl along with some water. Give it a gentle stir, and you're going to add that to your peach, or the peach to your gelatin. Now combine it really well, and then add that to a dish. You're going to let this set for at least 3 hours. Now our macarons baked, they've cooled down completely. I've taken them off the tray. We're going to spray one side of these with pink food mist. Now I'm using the Wilton brand, and then the other side we're going to spray with orange. Our jelly has set. I'm using the end of a very small piping tip to cut out these tiny little circles, which we're going to put in the center of our macarons. Now to prepare your buttercream frosting, you're going to add some peach essence. I bought that online, and some pink and orange food gel. Mix that until it's well combined. I'm using a Wilton number 32 piping tip to frost a swirl on my macarons. I'm going to add that cute little peach jelly in the center and then finish it off by sandwiching it with another macaron. And guys, that is pretty much it. So as promised, I'm going to do a shout out, but you know what? You guys are from all over the world, so I want to do a couple shout outs. And let me get started. So Imogen Kramer is in the UK. She says, I live in the UK. It's been warm this week, but I think we're definitely headed into winter. I just hope there are a lot of frosty sunny days. They're my favorite thing about winter. I think that's probably my favorite thing about winter as well, Imogen. Now, this name is in Japanese characters, so I'm not sure how to say your name, I apologize. But this person says, I live in Hiroshima, Japan, and it's the tail end of fall, heading smack into a cold winter. Favorite part of the season is all the amazing foliage and winter seasonal foods, mostly rich and chocolatey. Love seeing a matcha and red bean cupcake. Red bean is really good, and vanilla milkshakes. Vanilla milkshakes, give it a try. Thank you very much. And let's do one last one. Now, this is probably one of my favorite ones because it's the kind of really silly, stupid humor that I have. And it's super sarcastic. I live on Mars, and let me tell you, I cannot stand when y'all on Earth complain about how cold it is in winter. It's about minus 60 degrees Celsius here, lots of dust, and to be honest, it's kind of hard to find water. We don't have a rainy season. The coolest part about Mars is probably the fact that everything is the same color. I've been living here for a while, so I'm basically red right now, and let me tell you, that is so satisfying. I love it when everything matches, and it is wonderful. Wish we had some rain though. Thanks so much for your comments, guys. Now, today's question is, I can't think of any questions. So if you have any question ideas that you think I should ask in my next video, I will pick the best one. This sounds like a Simpsons kind of rerun idea type thing. But I want you guys to think of the question I should ask in my next video. I'll pick the best 3 questions and give you guys a shout out to the ones that I choose. Thanks so much for watching, guys. You're gonna know where to find the recipe on my website. I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Scran Line.